Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM for Tuesday, August 5th, and we are talking preseason rankings. I know what you're going to say. The preseason top 25 doesn't mean anything. And more than ever, you're right about that. Back in the before the 12-team playoff, it did mean something because if you started high, you had to lose. And if those teams up high didn't lose, nobody else had a chance. In 2007, Missouri went 11-1 in the regular season, and they needed the most chaotic season in college football history to get into position to play for a national championship. That's not true anymore. All you've got to do is get in the top 12. If you put together a 10-win season, an 11-win season, especially in the SEC, you're going to get there, whether you started the season 8, 18, or 48. You go through a season, you're going to get into that top 12 in almost every scenario. So, do the rankings really matter? No, you'd still rather be ranked than not. Missouri checks in 2 spots outside the top 25, second team among those others receiving votes. Technically 27th in the preseason poll, if the poll extended that far. It's honestly a little bit higher than I thought the voters would tab Missouri. I think this is a potential top 20, top 25 team for sure, but there are question marks. So I don't think 27 is unfair. I thought Missouri would be probably 10 spots lower. I thought they would get a few votes, but I didn't think they would get a lot. They ended up, with I think it was around 160, 180 points, something like that. Just 2 spots behind number 25, Boise State. They are 11th in the SEC. 14 of the 16 teams in the SEC got at least 1 point, Kentucky and Mississippi State being the exceptions. The SEC has 4 top 10 teams: Georgia, Alabama, LSU, and Texas is preseason number 1. Those 4 teams are in the top 10. I think most people think those are the top 4 teams in the SEC. Realistically, after you get past that, you've got South Carolina at 13, Ole Miss at 15, Tennessee at 18, Texas A&M at 21, Oklahoma 26, Missouri 27, Auburn about 30. You throw all those teams in a hat. The difference between those teams over the course of an 8-game SEC schedule is probably going to be 1 game, maybe 2. You're talking about 2, 3, 4 snaps over the course of an entire season. You play the season 50 times, those teams are going to finish in like 9, 10, 20 different orders, right? It just depends on, any given Saturday, what those teams do. I think South Carolina at 13, I don't know that Missouri's significantly worse than South Carolina down at 27. Tennessee at 18, Missouri at 27. I don't really think there's that big a difference. This is talking fodder for us. We did a show on it last night. I'm doing it again this morning across the country. It's things for fans to talk about on message boards. Not hugely important, but it is a reference point. And what's it take for Missouri to get into that top 25? Honestly, I think they beat Kansas in week 2 and they're sitting 2-0. I think they got a pretty good shot. All you need is 2 losses somewhere, between 15 and 25 to shake things up a little bit. You go 4-0, you beat South Carolina in week 4 to be 4-0. You're not just going to be in the top 25. You're going to be probably knocking on the edge of that top 15 and right in position. So Missouri's in fine shape to get where it wants to go this season as far as the preseason ranking goes. I think it's really a perfect storm. Eli Drinkwitz can use it for fodder for, hey, guys, nobody believes in you. But Missouri's actually just in a fine spot there. Still can use the something to prove to get in, but really doesn't have very far at all to go to get in. The AP poll, I think, is going to come out next weekend. This was the coaches poll that came out on Monday. Be interested to see. Again, Missouri was a little higher in the coaches poll than I expected, so we'll see where they fall in the AP poll when that comes out sometime in the next week. We're going to talk to some players this afternoon, some of the new transfers. I know we're supposed to get Ahmad Hardy a couple of the other guys that you guys certainly have been looking forward to hearing from. So we'll have that this afternoon on the channel. Had a live show last night. I'll be here, the next couple mornings with PM in the AM. So follow everything we're doing here. Like, comment, share, subscribe over at Power Mizzou. 50% off your first year of a VIP membership. A lot of people have been jumping on board here since we started that a week ago. You got a couple weeks left, but why waste time? Get as much information as you can. Get it done today. Hope to see you over there. Talk to you later.